Welcome to our January 2010 edition of Outlook Video, your nationally recognized award-winning show for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender communities. I'm Breanna Gilbert, covering for Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg, who's taking another much-deserved month break.
And I'm Johnny Zitch. Happy New Year to all our viewers.
Out Now magazine refers to the Bay Area Municipal Elections Committee, or BAYMEC, as the only political action committee dedicated to advocating for the civil rights of LGBT people in San Mateo, Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, and Monterey counties.
Last year, BAYMEC celebrated 25 years as a nonpartisan political action committee serving the civil rights concerns of LGBT individuals in those 4 Central Coast counties.
For this month's People Like Us segment, I'll be joined here in our studio by BAYMEC co-founders Wiggsy Sivertsen and Santa Clara County District 4 Supervisor Ken Yeager. Stay with us for some questions about their history as well as their plans for the future.
Welcome to this segment where we honor the diversity of people in our community, people like us. The Bay Area Municipal Elections Committee, also known as BAYMEC, is a 4-county LGBT political action group that has been advocating for the civil rights of LGBT people since 1984. BAYMEC recently celebrated its 25th anniversary. Here to discuss the accomplishments of the past 25 years, as well as the future of BAYMEC, are co-founders Wiggsy Sivertsen and Santa Clara County District 4 Supervisor Ken Yeager. Thank you both for joining me today.
Good to be here.
Thank you. Well, let's start by talking about the impetus for starting BAYMEC back in 1984. What prompted both of you to start this PAC?
Well, I think what really prompted us is we actually came off of the A and B election, which was a non-discrimination ordinance that was up before the Board of Supervisors and the City Council that went down to defeat after the anti-gay initiative by John Briggs, Proposition 6. They thought we could get something. And it was very ugly and very disappointing to a lot of people in the community. Both Ken and I kind of talked a lot about it and recognized that we really had not come together as a community to educate people about the gay and lesbian community, that Proposition 6 was kind of an anomaly and that people were misreading what the effect of that anomaly would be on gay politics for the future. Mm-hmm. That we needed to do the groundwork and the connections with people to educate them about who we were, what we were like, and how we could do things to help them in their elections and in their campaigns and their governance and stuff like that. So really in a conversation that Ken and I had at Olympia over lunch, we decided to do this.
Yeah, it was, as Wiggsy was saying, it was a very repressive time. It's hard to even remember back how it was, but it was the time of Anita Bryant and state after state, city after city were overturning ordinances that gave protection to gays and lesbians, particularly in employment and in housing. And that's what happened here in Santa Clara County as well. So it was not only an issue of trying to gather support, but just trying to be visible, just trying to have our voices heard. Because again, it was such a scary time. Very few people wanted to be out openly for fear of losing their job or whatever repercussions might happen.
What do you think was one of the greatest challenges during that time? Obviously, the political climate was very difficult, but was there a specific moment? Do you remember a specific time that really stuck out to you?
I think a lot of it was just trying to have other gays and lesbians being willing to participate. Okay. I mean, there were many challenges, but you know, here we were trying to form a group, but you needed to find people, you needed people to get connected, and you know, to give money to support the candidates that we were doing. I think so on an organization basis, it was just trying to find people.
And also to find people in the political arena that were willing to even talk to us. You know, our first dinner, to go back 25 years, was in the basement of Walter Mitty High School, or something like that. And it was a spaghetti dinner, you know, potluck. And the only political person that was willing to come was Councilwoman Iola Williams from San Jose City Council.
What were some of the greatest accomplishments then? Because it's been 25 years. You recently celebrated your 25th anniversary, which is amazing. And what would you say have been some of the greatest achievements over that period of time?
Well, we could play tag team, but rather than just a particular issue, I think, and it's to Wiggsy's credit, she always wanted to make sure that it wasn't just about gay and lesbian issues. It was about issues dealing with any minority group in Santa Clara County. And from the very beginning, it was always coalition building. And so for me, what I think is the greatest achievement is that we have many friends throughout the community who support us, and we support them on their issues. And so there's really been a long list of issues that we worked on. But to me, it's trying to create a place here in the 4 Bay Area counties where everybody can live openly, honestly, and participate, and help each other out on the issues that are a concern to them.
That actually goes to a quote that I found that you had said, BAYMEC did more than satisfy my need to do gay politics. It fulfilled an emotional need to connect to people. And I think that speaks to what you were just saying there, that it's really become a community resource and coalition building, et cetera.
And I think that it can't go unnoticed that I think because of the work that BAYMEC did and the various numbers of people that were involved in BAYMEC is that, you know, Ken's election to the San Jose City Council was certainly a kind of a hallmark of the effect of BAYMEC over the years, you know, and certainly Ken is incredibly organized and capable of running things like that, but it's just the fact that he was a gay man, while it came up from time to time, because the press is always likes to say that, you know, like they don't say, you know, John Doe, heterosexual man.
Yeah.
But I was going to point out, so I'd say to Ken, I'm glad they told you you're gay, Ken, so you'll remember.
That's right.
But, you know, the fact that that happened, people don't care. I mean, and now he's on the Board of Supervisors, and, you know, nobody cares. It's become so much a part of the fabric. I don't think there are many counties like ours, particularly Santa Clara County, in terms of how we all get along with each other and how we all look to each other when there are issues in one community or another, whether it's labor, whether it's one of the other at-risk groups like the Black community. We all kind of jump in and help out.
Very embracing.
It's nice, too, that, you know, for BAYMEC, for me, it was, and for many people, it was sort of a training ground. We need more, you know, community organizations that people can join and then participate, and it's a way to see if you like politics, to see if you have the, you know, the patience and the skill, and then to get more involved. And the fact that BAYMEC is still here for people to join and participate, I think is great. And
speaking of that, speaking of the inspiration it was for you in terms of getting more involved politically, this evening is pretty historical, is it not? It
is. It's really very exciting, and you know, a gay assembly member from Los Angeles, John Perez, has just been nominated by his caucus to be Speaker of the Assembly, which is really the 3rd most powerful position in the state of California after the governor and the Senate pro tem. So again, to have a gay man in such an incredibly visible position just speaks very well, and sort of goes back to 25 years ago. No one have even 25 years ago, there wasn't even an openly gay person in the state legislature. And today, now we have someone who's going to be Speaker of the Assembly.
You know, I think there's another thing about that also is that he's Latino. And in the Latino community, there are still some very deep-seated difficulties and complications and wounds about homosexuality in general for families. And to see someone from their own community rise to such heights in California will be wonderful for gay kids. Kids in the Latino community.
Did the two of you imagine when you began this that you would see this kind of progress in this amount of time?
I don't think so.
No, but even on the issues, I mean, gay marriage, I mean, I'm not even sure we even talked about it as an issue. Gays getting married? I mean, you know, you were just happy not to get fired from your job, but it's really been remarkable.
Well, what future things can we expect from this organization?
Continued dogged determinism. I mean, I think we will continue to do what we have done and try to do things better. I think we need to probably take a breather here for a little while and sort of look at the landscape and figure out what are some of the little nooks and crannies that we need to be working on. It's very easy to get pulled off into one major issue like gay marriage and to forget other things. And I think there are still major issues for kids. I have serious concerns about a lot of elders because Ken's getting older and I want to make sure that he's okay in the world.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. But there are a lot of you know, kind of bread and butter issues that we should be focusing on, and we'll continue to do that. And continue to be coalition builders and support our friends.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate both of you being here today.
Thank you very much
Thanks
for having us.
Absolutely. For more information about BAYMEC, you can visit their website at baymec.net or call 408-486-9049.
We'd love to get mail from you. Send it to Outlook Video at P.O. Box 390996, Mountain View, California, 94039-0996.
To contact us by telephone, call 408-293-3040, extension 205.
Or you can send email to comments@outlookvideo.org.
To learn more about Outlook Video and to get a list of our air dates and times, point your web browsers to outlookvideo.org.